Shalom Makim, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honor to the elders of GMS who taught us this truth. Um, Salutation out to you, Akim, out there pushing this truth and sincerity, risking your freedom and your life to do so. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Now, pretty much I've been following this whole, child pornography thing and how heavy it is, and it's a common theme amongst Esau, Edom. And what people fail to realize is there's nothing new under the sun, because this is something that was done in the ancient time. It's called pedastry, which I'm gonna get into. Now I ain't gonna make this video too long, but let me get the scripture. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So everything that was done before is being done today. Okay? And this big thing, a common amongst Esau, Edom, is pedophilia. Child sex dolls, child sex trafficking. That's a heavy thing amongst, so-called white men in particular. Esau, Edom. I'm gonna play a little bit of this video, just to show you what they're into. Yeah, hold on, it's buffering. No, it ain't going through. Sheetamite. Man, we gonna have to reload it. Taking some time, but in the meantime, in between time, Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me. Sorry. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to set with the dogs in my flock. Right. Now, what does derision mean? Contemptuous ridicule or mockery. So the same person, the same people that Job said he would have disdained, meaning, hold on, what does disdain mean? Disdain means the feeling that someone or something is unworthy of one's consideration or respect. Contempt, considered to be unworthy of one's consideration. So Job said, but now they that are younger than I, that have me in derision, meaning they ridicule and mock Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're the butt of everybody's joke. You see? But Job said, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he whose fathers I wouldn't have disdained to have sat with the dogs of my flock, meaning Esau wasn't even worthy to sit amongst the dogs because he was a vile man. Deuteronomy 32:32, for their vine is the vine of Sodom, meaning their root or their foundation is rooted in homosexuality. Their vine is the vine of Sodom and the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, and their clusters are bitter. Now, what does gall mean? Gall, bold and impudent behavior, okay? Which is brassness, impoliteness, cockiness, boldness, pertinence, shamelessness. So that's what gall means, to have like a shameless behavior. Their grapes are the grapes of gall, meaning shamelessness, and their clusters are bitter. because within Esau, Edom, the community of the so-called white man is rooted homosexuality and child molestation. So I'm gonna jump to so pretty much she's asking her how she react when she found out her husband had child pornography. And this is the face of the man that likes to see little boys and little girls naked. Okay, these are Esau Edomites. So that's pretty much what that's going into. So this is the history on pederasty, but more commonly this is Mambla, North American Man slash Boy Lover Association, and it's and their slogan is "Sex after 8 is too late," and this is an organization designed around grown men sleeping with young boys. So it's not new under the sun. This is pederasty. Pederasty is usually erotic, homosexual relationship between an adult male and a pubescent or adolescent male. The word pederasty derived from the Greek pederastia, love of boys. So I don't know if you brothers seen that movie, 300s. And he said, "Oh, I heard the Greeks are a lover of boys," and that's what he meant because they was into uh, uh, pederasty or having sex with young boys. And they said in Rome it was more common to see a man with a little boy in a relationship than a man with a woman. And it said a compound derived from Pedos, child boy, and lover. In French, however, pederasty has been used as a synonym for homosexuality between adult males. Um, it says little boys. So it said historically, pederasty has existed as a variety of customs and practices within different cultures. The statute of pederasty changed over the course of history, at times accepted and at times a crime. In the history of Europe, its most constructed cultural manifestation is Athenian pederasty. And we know that Athenian, Athenian was certain Israelites that was called Athens, okay? And you know the book of Corinth, which is in Greece, and Athenians, okay. You had Jakes that had churches that lived all throughout the Greek Empire and the Roman Empire. So in Athens, Greece, you had pedophiles, like you do in America. You might live in Washington D.C., which is the capital of America, and pedophilia goes on there. Okay, just like you got a church in Washington D.C. Okay, pushing the word. So this is a common thing within ancient Greece and Rome, the land or the rulerships of Edom, and became most prominent in 6th century BC. Greek pederasty, various forms, were subject of philosophic debates in which the purely carnal type was unfavorably compared with erotic friendship in moderate forms, known as sinful sin. Uh, so it says, in most countries today, the local age of consent determines whether or not a person is considered legally competent to consent to sexual acts, and whether such contact is abusive to the young person under the law. So, yeah, man. See, look, in Rome, the Romans, from early Republican times of ancient Rome, it was perfectly normal for an older man to desire and pursue boys. So there's Esau, man. Esau, this is Isaiah 9, 3 verse 9. The shoe of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Mourn to their souls, for they have reported evil unto themselves. So, it's not new under the sun, man. Esau was doing that back then like he's doing it today. And they're trying to normalize it. They're trying to make it perfectly normal for an adult man to desire and pursue boys. They love them boys, and that's what Esau's into. Pedophilia. It says, however, penetration was illegal for freeborn use, and the only boys who were legally allowed to perform as a passive sexual partner were slaves or former slaves known as freedmen, and then only with regard to their former masters. For slaves, there was no protection under the law even against rape. Okay. The result was that in ancient Roman times, pederasty largely lost its function as a ritual part of education and was instead seen as an activity primarily driven by one's sexual desires and competing competing with desire for women. So women in Rome had to compete with little boys to get the attention of their male counterparts. Okay, and this is what Esau is into, man. So don't let that put the suit and tie on for you. There's nothing new under the sun, man. I'll read this one more time. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that have been is that which shall be, which is done shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So with that, shalom.